Now that you've cut the screw gauge to size, I want to show you how to tap the screw holes. I've placed my gauge in the same vise I use for drilling to secure for tapping. There are two kits for you guys to use, number 8 screw size kit and number 10 screw size kit. You see number 8 here, we've put together multiple taps for multiple students to work at the same time, also a handle and deburring tool. So please put them back into place when you're done. Number 10 has a similar setup as number 8. The other thing that I want to mention is number 32 and number 36 after the dash. They indicate threads per inch, how many threads there per inch. Number 32 has 32 threads per inch, and 36 has 36 threads per inch. Please be mindful of that. All right, let's look at the schematic. I want you to pay a real good attention to the orientation. We have number 8 on the left hand side and number 10 on the right hand side. Please don't have them flipped, right? As you can see, I've laid down as the schematic shows left and right for the right taps to go on. Okay, so let me grab one of these tab. I want to start with 832. Where it's typically the number is indicated on the shank, and I don't really see it here. Let me grab another one. There, I think I see it. Perfect. Here we go. See that? 8 NC 32. What does that mean? NC means national course. Just like how this tab 832 is indicated as national course, NC, if you picked up an 836, it will have two letters, national fine and out. Now I want to talk about different types of tabs. As you can see here, it's got the pointy end, right? Pointy end, we call it a starter tab. It's perfect for starting. It finds the center of the circle really well. Let me find the other ones. Nope. Oh, here they are. Perfect. Okay. I got two more different styles of tabs. Like this one, this is a perfect for starting. Like I said, you will have this to start and cut a couple more threads, and you move into these taper tabs. We call it a taper tab because as the taper ends, um, but you won't be able to start with it. So always use the starter tab, cut 3 to 4 threads, and then continue on with your tapered tab here. The last style that I want to talk about is the this big thing here. Obviously, it's not the right size. This is a bottoming tab, right? It has no tapered end whatsoever, so you can't start with this thing. It's impossible. But if you have enough depth, right, then you'll be using this tab to go all the way through. But for our piece, it's thin enough, right? So we're just going to be using our starter tab to go all the way through, and that's okay. But make sure you go all the way down. So how do we use this thing? Grab a handle from the kit, put the square end of the tab in the handle, and start tightening it using the adjustable end. Once you go all the way and you can't do it anymore, grab a punch, which is also in the kit, put that in the hole, and really give it a twist. You want that thing to be on there solid, right? You don't want that thing to be wobbling. If it's loose, the tab will get stuck in your material, so please have it tightened all the way. In your kit, you'll find this aluminum block. It is very useful to use. We use it as a reference, and I'll show you how this works. When you're starting to tap, it is very easy to go sideways and up and down, right? So you want to have some sort of a reference to keep you straight, because if you don't, your screws are going to go in an angle, and that's not the proper way of tapping, right? So that's why it's very useful to have this vise. You can try to use like with your wooden board and a couple clamps, C-clamps to hold your piece down. But I would really encourage you to use this. We don't have enough, so you may have to wait, but it's worth waiting. Please share using this. Okay, but let's start. Okay, so place my top right in there. Again, you don't want to start at an angle. You want to give even pressure, downward pressure on both sides of the handle. And yeah, you don't want to do this, right? Always reference to that vertical edge. Make sure they're perfectly straight and lined. And once you've done that, you're gonna push down nicely and slowly start to turn. Okay. Um, the starting phase is the critical moment for tapping. It's very easy to, oh, there you go. See, like I slipped, so reposition, right? Okay, yeah, I'm applying even pressure, right? And turning. You don't have to put the downward pressure all the way down. Once it grabs onto the metal, once it bites the metal, then you don't have to put the downward pressure anymore. You can just let the tool does its work. But until then, you have to put a constant pressure as well as um, to rotate. Okay, I think I'm almost there. All right, perfect. Yeah, and see, I'm not putting any pressure anymore, and now it's standing on its own. Right, I'm monitoring my straightness using the reference block here. See how straight that is? You want that. You want it all the way down. Right. I have to do this while I'm looking through the camera. It's kind of hard, but yeah. Once it's there, then yeah, just need to turn it. But another thing to note is that every half a turn you want to back off quarter of a turn, half a turn, quarter of a turn back, okay, half a turn, and quarter of a turn back. Okay, the reason why we do that is we don't want to bind because it's cutting, right? We want to free the material as we go down, so cut it, go back, cut it, go back, make it easier to cut through instead of just forcing all the way down. Okay, this is a soft material, so it has no problem cutting, but when it gets to like harder material, you're going to have to do this all the way. Anyways, repeat this process all the way down. Okay, all the way down. Remember, it has the taper end at the end, so please go all the way down to this and then see how nice it goes down. Yep, I've cut all the way through. I don't need to put any pressure. It's cut really, really nicely. Repeat this process. Go all the way up, all the way down to have a clean cut. Nice. Again, a lot of this procedure requires patience. Oops. Okay, I think that's enough. So I'm going to unscrew all the way, and I'm going to grab a screw to make sure that I've cut the right one. I know I did. Let's put that in there. Huh. That one doesn't fit very well. Must be the wrong size. Or okay, just making sure. I've finished tapping with the screw holes, but as you can see, it's very jaggy. You can tell this one, it's not clean. This is where you get the deburring tool. We have it in the tap kit, or you can grab it from one of us. Okay, and we're gonna run a couple rotations. This is like filing, right, around the hole. cleans the outside. You don't want to do it too much. Okay. Okay. Nothing's catching. Smooth all around, front and back. Every time you drill, you always have to finish it the whole deburring tool, whether it's a sheet metal or any kind of metal. That's it. Now we're gonna bring it over to our vise and start filing the edges. Right? We want to file. We want to deburr the sharp edges using the single cut file. This edge, all the edges. You don't want to do it too much where it starts to round. We don't want to do that. Just cut the sharp edge, and then the process shouldn't take you more than, I would say, in a couple minutes. Right? All of these edges, make sure they're nice and smooth. And after that, we're going to grab a radius gauge, again from one of us, and then draw appropriate radius, which it says it's 93 thou, all right, of radius. We're going to draw that, and then we're going to file that down as well too.